Hey, what is going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video to do my Dragon Ball Daima Episode 4 English Dub Review. So, for anybody, in case you haven't seen it, my first review of the first 3 episodes were uploaded after I watched it in the movie theater, so go check those out if you haven't already seen the reviews of those. So now, today, we are going to talk about episode 4, since this is the first actual new episode that has been aired on Crunchyroll. So, episode 4 of Dragon Ball Daima. It starts out with where they left off on episode 3, where Glorio basically realizes that their ship was stolen, presumably from the plane had been stolen by I'm assuming the people that they beat the crap out of in the bar the previous night. But anyways, so they basically have to go on foot. And when Goku says, "Why can't we just fly?" and Glorio basically just says that, well, the atmosphere here is much more more tense than it is on Earth, and so it's harder to fly because you'll lose your stamina right away. So that's why it is very, very difficult. Now, they talk about the Dragon Balls, which is only 3 Dragon Balls, not 7. So this is interesting in itself, because it was also explained that these were like the original Dragon Balls. But not only these are the original Dragon Balls, there's only 3. So there are 3 Dragon Balls that are guarded in each 3 Demon Realm dimensions, because there's only 3 Demon Realm dimensions. And they're guarded by these guards that basically are very hard to take out, and nobody has ever gotten past these guards to use these Dragon Balls. And so that's motivating Goku to want to get them even more. Eventually they when they're walking, they stumble across this house, I guess, that has some it's like kind of like a cafe, I guess. They got some food and drinks. Goku's eating this cooked lizard or whatever. They stumble across also some like beads or whatever that had like insects on it that I guess could heal you in certain aspects for each different one. One was strength, one was healing, stamina, etc. Goku wants those. They eventually convinces Glorio to get these. Glorio also inquires about getting like he inquires of getting some type of, like, I guess what everyone thought was another plane. They didn't have a plane, so they offered something else. And it was a very so it was an interesting thing called the I guess the Sky Sea. So this thing, like, when they put this thing out, I was like, wait, what is the? Because I'm thinking like it's gonna be some type of different plane. But no, it's like a cannon, basically. Like, it kind of looked like a catapult, but it was redesigned differently. So the way this thing works is it basically, just shoots you out up there, and so basically Goku, Glorio, and Supreme Kai are basically shot out of a cannon essentially, without it actually being a cannon. Um, it's like essentially a missile without any ammunition, I guess. Um, and they're going through the distance, and while they're doing this, Supreme Kai is like telling him, like, how are you going to control this? It's like, we don't. It just goes one way. You have to jump off of it before hits the ground or whatever. And so they have to jump off of it. And they're like not happy about it. And Goku's all excited and stuff like that. But yeah. Um yeah, a very interesting way of doing things. Um there is talk about the plan with Dende, rescuing Dende, which eventually Glorio agrees with Goku on the plan of rescuing, or not rescuing, going after the Dragon Balls, these three Dragon Balls, because again, there's not seven, there's three for this, which is kind of interesting because all the other sets of Dragon Balls are seven, and the quote unquote original one only has three. Like, that's kind of interesting in itself. Like, what made the decision for them to go from three to seven, in all the future sets? You know what I mean there. But anyways, so they go through the planning of what they're gonna do is they're going to use that Dragon Ball set once they get them to wish Dende back into their location of where they are, and then bring Dende back and use the Earth Dragon Balls to wish them back as adults again or whatever. Uh, there's a lot of flaw in that plan because obviously the Dragon Balls can't be used right now because they were just used. So you know what I mean? Like there's not supposed to be used for another year. And I don't know if Dende has the power to reset them like the guardian, I guess, of the demon realm does. So I don't know if that exactly is going to work the way they think that's going to work. Um, so again, after all this planning, after them getting out of the rocket successfully and landing successfully without falling into the ruins and stuff like that, they stumble across a bunch of, well, people who are loyal to um that are loyal to the new Demon Realm ruler. Um, and So yeah, they got these people that are going after some of these just regular citizens. Goma's minions are basically forcing quote unquote the people and residents to pay their fair share. Um, Interesting choice of words there. But when they say this, they're basically saying that we're not going to have this place be run the way it used to be ran with Deborah as the ruler. Um, which is kind of an interesting thing, and that's what I'm alluding to from earlier. Is Deborah was supposed to be a villain, but it seems like, based on that specific dialogue, that Deborah was actually good to his people. Um, and that was kind of where I was kind of scratching my head. I was like, wait, we're talking about Deborah here? Like, Deborah's supposed to be a villain. Like, um, but anyways, basically the minions basically say that you have to pay gold pieces, like you have to pay three gold pieces like every year or whatever, and if they don't, they lose 9 years of their lives. Um, and Yeah, so they have to pay, and there's no negotiable because they got collars on their neck or whatever. So they got to pay, and then a couple of people pay, but then the other person couldn't, so they took 9 years off of his life. And another person couldn't, like, because he only had two gold pieces, he didn't have three. Then another person couldn't pay, so he's like, I don't have 10 more years of life, so please. And then Goku just completely. First we see this mask woman try to come in and distract them, and obviously they're not being fooled by her. The one leader guy over there, he's like, he tracks her down, is like, kind of hold her. And Goku's just having enough of this, so then Goku comes to the rescue, beats the crap out of the minions there, a true superheroic act, taking down the bad guys, you know what I mean there, beating the crap out of them with the power ball. the classics over here. After he beats the crap out of them in his superhero act, the guy then asks, "Who are you?" And he doesn't answer, obviously. He just freaking, he just, like, they eventually get away because, Goku's essentially, like, they're like a fugitive to him or whatever, I guess now. It's like, we don't need to be a Super Kai. And, Glorio are basically saying, we don't need to be fugitives now. And then after that, the girl or the young woman person, that had a mask on and stuff like that earlier, she actually confronts them at the end of the episode and actually asks, "Who are you?" Inquiring to Goku. And she actually, without hesitation, takes off her disguise outfit or whatever and reveals herself to Goku. And that's the end of the episode there. A very good episode. I like to see this. This was by far the best episode so far in Daima. The 3 episodes before were decent for what they were, but it wasn't as badassery as the 4th episode here. This episode, I think they should have put this episode in the movie theater now. I remember Geekdom making a video saying that they should have had the 4th episode in there. And now seeing the 4th episode, I agree. The 4th episode should have been in the movie theater. It was by far the best freaking episode so far to date. You got to see Goku do a superhero act, protecting people, protecting the old. All you people that keep denying that Goku isn't a superhero, I mean, this episode kind of proves it. But, I'm sure we're still going to have naysayers again, but, Um, Goku is a superhero. Still freaking, you know, gotta convince these people otherwise. Um, that was the thing that stand out to me in this episode. I was like, oh, yeah. I wonder what the fan base that doesn't think Goku is a superhero thinks of this episode. Are gonna still try to say that he isn't a superhero after that. That, helping the elderly, helping people that are old and are being threatened. He didn't know these people, by the way, because that's another argument that some of these fan bases make, is that Goku isn't a superhero because he's just protecting the Earth out of spite or whatever, because that's his home. That's always the argument I hear. But yet in this episode right here, he actually defended people that he didn't know. You know what I mean there? But of course, we got people that are going to still try to say that BS, right? So that's the one thing that stood out for me in this episode. That's what I liked about this episode. It just shut people up about that once and for all. At least I hope so. I don't know what the feeling of this was when this episode came out a couple of months ago for the sub audience or whatever there. Since I only watched the English dubs, but from what I'm gathering here, I'm very, very excited from seeing this. So, if we keep getting shit like this, man, this is going to be really good, man. I mean, considering that sometimes in Dragon Ball Super, people were questioning what Goku was doing sometimes. I mean, this is kind of a step up in that direction. Geez. So, yeah, just to be completely honest with everyone, these are my actual Mia thoughts so far. I absolutely loved this episode. I thought that's how, by the way, that's how the episode ended. They did the credits after that. I don't know if I mentioned that, but yeah. Very, very good episode. Loved it. Loved the action at the end there. Really kind of showed Goku's character and what he's about. Yeah. Very, very excited to see what happens going forward. Nonetheless, that is my review. Make sure to comment, rate. If you like this review of my videos, please subscribe. Hit the notification bell for the latest content. Thank you. And also, I should just mention once again, Stephanie Dolia, who returned as Kid Goku in this series. Hopefully she comes back as Gohan, if Gohan ever comes into the series at some point. Which I still don't know why Gohan wouldn't be in this series, because it's like, he's going to be affected by this wish too, but I guess they're just going to pretend that he's just not here at the time when all this is going on, which doesn't even make sense. Because I want to see what Gohan and Videl. We never seen Videl as a kid, so I wanted to see what Videl was supposed to look like as a kid, because we never seen her as a kid. We never seen Gohan. Oh well, we did, but I just want to see I just want to see how they I want to see what they do with Gohan, if they animate Gohan a certain way, because I always liked how Gohan was animated, how they used to, teen Gohan, even though he wasn't actually a teen and stuff like that. I really want to see if they would have brought him back to that stylistic, yeah. But I'm getting ahead of myself right now. Again, comment, rate, all that stuff. Subscribe. If you like this video or my other videos. And yeah. That is it. I am the Ultimate Goku, and I'm out of here. Peace. Also, make sure, besides my YouTube channel, follow the Twitch, the Instagram, Discord, link in the description for all discussions like this one. topic here, and also I have a YouTube tier list as well for perks and stuff like that. And now I'm out. Peace.